Alright, so this is episode 15 of What If Humanity Restarted. In last episode, Korea was building up for something. They are finally ready for what they are preparing for, and we'll see that in a minute. Uh, we had the Arabian team expand greatly. There was this area over here being fully annexed. There's a deal with Egypt, and we may or may not see in this video, but right now Arabia does not really care about this deal right now to take the land that they want. So Egypt will keep it for now. We have a new Persian team. I think that got independence in the last episode. I could be wrong about that. Um, Other than that, oh yeah, we had a war up here, and a little deal up here. I think these two are on non-aggression pact now. So that's the second non-aggression pact of the series. Alright, so let's start the video all the way over in Korea. Now, what were they planning to do? Were they planning to invade China? No, they were not. What they were planning to do is make a travel of the Sea of Japan. They have built up the navy greatly to pull this off, and they will start exploring the waters near the actual peninsula. And once they discover this water, they stop. They will then go over and literally just take over both of these islands. So they now have control of them. And they will use this as a staging ground to traverse the horrible waters of this area, and they finally find, I don't know what the island's called, but they also, that's the smaller force. The bigger force of roughly 30 fleets go all the way from here, and it is a very troublesome journey, and they make it to mainland Japan. Now, there were 30 fleets. How many survive here? Only 8. Only 8. Yeah, with only 8 of them survived. It was a horrible storm, and the Koreans were ready for that. And they will start now rapidly uh, rapidly exploring the Japanese islands. I cannot speak right now. And they will dock their boats on these islands and discover more and more islands in between them. And it won't be long until all of Japan is completely discovered, because they knew Japan existed. They had info. They had info that this did exist, and they were like, okay, that's awesome. We're taking this. We're taking this for ourselves, and we don't really have anyone to stop us, because China is going in, like, the Chinese states are in like a crippling depression of war, which we'll get to that later. So very rapid not expansion, but very rapid exploration of Japan. We have all of this area being discovered, and all the way up in the north of Japan, we have all of this being discovered, and they push down very rapidly to where Tokyo is in real life, and eventually, the two groups meet up, and yeah, Korea is now discovered. Not Korea, sorry. Japan is now discovered. Now, I mean, there's one more island up here that will probably get explored next episode. Cause this was already a huge operation, and they were ready for it, but they don't actually think an island up here exists. But since they know about this island and this island, it makes sense for this there to be an island in between this. But also, would I mean it's whatever. If there wasn't, then that would also make sense too. But they will not be they actually will not be taking over this land for a little bit, because one, they need to get used to traveling this area, especially this. This is hell. But this was hell for them, but it is fine now. They know how to traverse the waters better now than they did before. But alright, let's go over to Arabia. Arabia will be going on another war, but with who? They they could invade Egypt for the Sinai Peninsula, but once again, they can just take that with the deal. So there's no point in doing that. You're getting resources from you're already getting resources monthly from the new Persian team. So why would you do that? Um, you could naval invade this guy, but India already doesn't like you, and India is friendly with them, so you don't want to do that. So that leaves the pink team. Now, if you remember, the pink team is one of the strongest countries in the world. It's I think the ninth strongest country in the world, and they're not gonna take this invasion lightly. The pink team was basically ready for an invasion, so they push up to here, but don't push up anymore. Instead, the pink team just immediately goes for Cyprus, and they take some of the coast. And yeah, this is not gonna be an easy war for the Arabian team. The Arabian team has the mindset of we're stronger than everyone else, so we will win. That's true to an extent, but you didn't really pick this fight knowingly on how strong these guys actually are. They are going to pick up on. They're going to invade the area and make a border resist team, but that won't last long as the counteroffensives start to happen and they're kicked right out. So let's talk about the defensive capabilities of the pink team. They are incredibly defensive. If I did defensive militaries, they might be like the third strongest defensive military on the planet. But what drags them down is their offensive capabilities. So, what about Arabia? They are horrible with defending, but they are really good attacking. So that leaves us with an interesting matchup right here, and they will. That's why we have big pushes like this being able to happen, but it's also not easy for the pink team to pull this off because once again they really aren't fully offensive yet. They're more of defensive. That's why they haven't really. Well, I said they haven't really invaded anyone. That's a lie because they invaded them. But that's just me getting rid of them so the map looks better because having two Anatolian countries are not really that fun. So this was gonna be like very back and forth, um, very back and forth war, but eventually the green team will win as they take all of this land over here, and eventually 5 years into this conflict, both countries, both countries are like, okay, uh, let's just stop fighting this war because this is not going good. So eventually, once again, this is the borders. Although we do have kind of the first peace treaty coming into play here, and it's not really what it's not like, hey, I have this many provinces, so I'll take that province and that province. No, that rule hasn't really been established yet. Um, but instead, the the in exchange for the pink team losing land, the Aryan team agrees to pay them in reparations for the war. So that's the first time I think this has happened. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time this happened. But that's what happens. So the first peace treaty, where these guys kind of can't go to war for another, let's say, like a century. So, um, kind of peace treaty, kind of. But I guess so. Now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of is. But anyway, let's go over to Africa, where we have more exploration of this area, and we explore. Well, they explore this area. Now, this country is once again getting pretty um, filled with people, so they will be expanding to meet their population, and they will just be expanding on the coast, as in I mean, the inland over here is not horrible per se, but the coast is more valuable, so they will expand a little bit on the coast. South Africa is going to explore more of South Africa, and they explore all of this. and they will expand a lot, and they will expand roughly around like this. So they're gonna expand like this, and then we're gonna have another country form right next to them, which will take the form of a. We can do a green country, sure. Green country, going right here, and this country's been trying to form for a little bit now. That's why there's this, like kind of a straight line here. Alright, so the capital is gonna be like here. It would not look like a straight line if this country didn't exist. So, and just for the map's sake, let's take here and connect it down here. Alright, so all of the coast in Africa has now been discovered. It's only the inland area where it has not been discovered so far. Alright, so let's go over to Asia, where we have the blue team, or the Persian team, expanding once again. And they will be expanding more inland than before. They will take this land here. And then this pink team will explore over here. And just kind of encapsulate all of this area here. They want control of this lake, so they take it. And let's see what they're gonna do. And this red team will explore. Well, they're actually gonna meet up with this other team right here, where they take this, and then this team takes everything in between them. So right here, and they'll connect right here. So these two have a border together. And we'll have another country form, and we'll do this like we'll do a darker blue country. Yeah, let's do a darker blue, and we'll just have it in the middle of here on the border view. So new country forms, and your capital is right here. Alright, so this area in the middle of Asia is slowly but surely starting to get smaller, and we even have the yellow team being being expansionist a lot, and taking a lot of land over here. And India doesn't really mind that either, because they're allies. Alright, so what about Thailand? How's this going? Thailand is taking over more land over here. And they actually take all of it down to this island here. And that means they explore more water area. So they explore all this here. And at this point, they find these islands. And they now find out that there's an island right here. I don't know what this island's called. They won't find the island of Borneo just yet, but they are getting really close to doing so. So, that will leave them for now. And over to China, where we have a war between these two. These two don't like each other. I think I said that in the last episode. But yeah, oh, that's not good. They do not like each other at all, and they will be invading each other for another Chinese war. And the Chinese Civil War is kind of still ongoing. Like, it hasn't actually ended. I think I said it ended before when... What country? This blue country? No, it was the orange one. Right. That... It technically ended when the orange team got its independence, but it is kind of picking back up now. Because the original China was, like, splitting off. Like, continuously. That's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 Chinese states. Now, this blue team, maybe it's Chinese. Maybe I won't call it Chinese, but this brown one definitely is. And then the other one. So, like, really, all this could have been one China, but it's kind of still ongoing. It's kind of more of like a silent Chinese war, a Chinese Civil War. But yeah, these Chinas don't not like each other, and the reason that this Southern China is actually winning is because the orange team was not expecting this, and eventually they will peace out once they take this land over here. So it does make up for the land that they lost down here, and they want it back. But if China invades this country, then they're getting slammed, and then the North China would crush them, and then yeah, it would not be good for Chinese, especially Chinese in this one. All right, so now it's around 10 years since 10 years since Korea discovered Japan, and it's getting to the point where the Arabian team knows about it, and then Arabian traders meet up as pink team traders, which meet up as orange team traders, and eventually it just gets to France, and they're like, wait, Korea did that? So now there's a lot more perception to discovering the Atlantic. So now Western Europe, especially the gold team, well, no, especially France, I don't want to say gold team, but especially France will start to build up the navy for a mission to get over to, well, to see what's in this ocean and see if there's anything here. Um, they don't know of anything here. Like, this could just be a whole water. They don't really know. So they're just gonna have to wait and see. And they're starting to fund more into their navy, and we even have a lot more of. That's not the tool I want to use. A lot more of this area being explored because of it, and we have all of this being explored. Even England discovers ocean that they probably should have discovered before, which is being right here. So England and Scotland are also building up their navies for something. And England and Scotland actually have really good relations. Now they both want their independence, so they will not be joining each other in a union anytime soon. Although there are talks within the two governments to actually form a union together. So maybe it will happen, maybe it will not, but it definitely could because of the relations between these two. So that's something that might happen. So let's go over to Northern Europe, where we have the Latvians discover more of the Finnish area. Now this area has been very slow to discover, and that's because it's just really cold, and they don't have really the technology to explore a lot. But we'll have like a Finnish team show up, and they're gonna be colored uh we'll call them like orange an orange kind of thing. A bright orange. Yeah, this more of this is more yellow, but it's not like an orangey yellow. We have a Finnish team showing up, and their capital is going to be on the coast right there. So we have a Finnish team showing up, and we have this Belarusian country exploring more land and taking more land, and now they look like this. Okay, so what's going on within Central Europe? Well, this country is kind of in a tough spot, and they're gonna be splitting. This is a peaceful split, although the government of this country does not want it. And we'll have them split along like this. This country is still the more important half of the country, but we do have this country showing up, which is it looks bigger. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too sure if they're bigger or not. But alright. So we have a new country in Europe because of the split. Alright, so now let's go to a war. These two hate each other, as in do history. And, yeah, blue team invading them. Okay, So, the blue team is invading the orange team. And, oh, Greece is getting involved as well. That's interesting. Does anyone else want to get involved? Oh, the pink team wants to get involved. Okay. So this is not good for them. The pink team wants land in Europe. So this is definitely interesting. Is Ukraine getting involved? No, they're not going to get involved. So no 4 front war for them. Only 3 front war. That's not what I want to do. So anyway, Greece will take all the land that they want, which is just this land. The blue team will take the land they want, which is this land. And the pink team will demolish the capital. Okay, so the capital's gone. And yeah, okay. The orange team wants peace. Okay. So so the orange team got slammed, and the capital is now going to be going on the major city layer. Now, this is something where I actually didn't. I should have said this earlier, but I made a major city layer, and I really should have shown this earlier. But go around this world, you can see the major cities, and this is something that is going to be important for later. I kind of forgot I actually made this. So I see Arabia's major cities. India's major cities are on the coast. Korea's a lot on the coast, which makes sense. So yeah, this is a lot of major cities, and this country, well, since they lost their capital, they will be losing a major city. Well, no, they're losing their capital and major city right there. So let's go back to this, and we can get rid of this. Oh, I need to go on the right layer. There we go. And the new capital is going to be right here. They put it close to Ukraine because they hope Ukraine didn't invade them when they could have and got a lot of land from them. So they think Ukraine won't invade them, which they won't. Alright, so other than that, that's gonna do it for this. Oh, what is happening? That was weird. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. What in the... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop the video here because the map looks like it's going on crack. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop the video here. What is happening? Okay, see you guys in the next video.